What's going on, you guys? Connor here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what I think are the 3 best things about dropshipping, as well as what I think are the 3 worst things about dropshipping. Normally these videos will, tend to split out the worst and the best things that go, about a certain industry, whether it's dropshipping or something else like that. So in this video I'm going to be basically putting those together just to, mix it up a little bit. And these really are going to be my honest opinions about dropshipping, because I have been through a ton of ups and downs in dropshipping. It's not always, clear blue skies. There's stuff that happens in dropshipping that is really can affect your, your mental state. It can affect your motivation. So you're going to have ups and downs in dropshipping. I've had them, my students have had them, everyone has had them before. Anyone you talk to, anyone running a business, a dropshipping business, is going to have ups and downs just because of the nature of the platform that we primarily advertise on, which is Facebook ads. Starting with the 3 best things about dropshipping, the first thing that I really always strongly recommend about dropshipping to anyone beginner about business is that you can really learn business, you can learn marketing, and you can learn what it takes to fully run a complex business. So Facebook ads are a great skill to learn. I strongly believe that no matter what job you're in or what industry you're currently in, Facebook ads is a skill that you can use long-term in your dropshipping business, as well as apply that skill to any job that you're going to be applying for long-term. It's just good to know about how to essentially put $1 into something and then get $2 or $3 out of it, right? If you can maximize, think about it this way, like any investment, right? Let's say I spent 1 month and I'm able to put $1 into this Facebook ad and I'm able to get 2 out. If you can repeat that process, obviously you're going to be making money, right? The key is figuring out how to turn that $1 in ad spend into $2 in revenue, and then having your margin somewhere in between there. That's the goal, right? So you can learn marketing, you can learn Facebook ads, and you can really learn how to run a business, which is my first reason why I really think dropshipping is a great business for beginners. Another great thing about dropshipping is that it has such a low barrier to entry, and this is why I was initially drawn to dropshipping, because of the barrier to entry. Think about it this way. Barrier to entry, it is only $30 a month for Shopify plan. You can even get free trials, 14-day free trial Shopify plans. So $30 per month. Maybe you're gonna spend another $10, $20 on apps. Sorry about that, my dog's going crazy. Come here, buddy. We're filming a video. You wanna come up here? Yeah, so we'll just keep him here for now unless he wants to go back down. But anyways, since he wants to be in the video, right? You wanna be in the video, buddy? Yeah? Yeah, he wants to be in the video. So we'll keep him in the video for this point. So it's a low barrier to entry. You're only going to spend $30 on Shopify. It's only going to cost you about $50 to test a product, right? So it's going to be really, really low product tests. It's not going to cost you that much money, which is key. You don't want to be spending a ton of money on your product tests. And you can really, for under about $1,000, you can learn so much about Facebook ads. You can test, 20 products essentially, and you really can learn so much about, hey, what it takes to market a good product, what it takes to run a business, what it takes to fulfill orders, handle customer service, right? There's a lot that goes into running a business that you're going to learn in dropshipping. That's why I think those are 2 of the main things. And then obviously the best thing about dropshipping is that you can make a lot of money doing that. And no, I'm not saying this to just sell something, right? I truly stand by that. You can make a lot of money dropshipping. I think I'm a great example of that. $400,000 in revenue, or $50,000 in profit. And in 1 month I made $39,000 in profit. Obviously that's a huge month. I haven't even talked to anyone who's made $39,000 profit in dropshipping at all, and that is after tax. That's after all my expenses, apps cost, all that stuff, right? That's after all the fees. $39,000 in profit. I don't know anyone who has made that. If you know someone, definitely tag them in this video or send them the video, because it was definitely a huge month for me. What I've realized is that for me personally, there are things that I need to do to turn that business into a long-term business, right? So that's what I'm working on. My other stores currently, I'm turning them into more of a brand. The current store I have right now is more of a, it's a niche store, but I'm testing a lot of products on them. And the key with that, this kind of leads me into the 3 worst things about dropshipping, the things that I learned firsthand, just from experience, right? This isn't from any article. This is from my own experience that I learned. The 3 worst things about dropshipping: shipping times, number 1, because if you think about the dropshipping model, you are essentially buying that, not essentially, you are buying the product from China, and what you're doing is every time a customer places an order, your product is going to be shipped from your manufacturer in China to the customer. So it takes a while for that to happen, right? So shipping times is huge. What other problem does that lead to? That leads to problems with customer service and angry customers. With an increasing demand from customers for fast shipping times, rightfully so, dropshipping now is transitioning towards more of a way where you're gonna have to start holding inventory. You're gonna have to start figuring out how to get faster shipping times, so using apps like EP Rollo or using fulfillment centers like ShipBob and stuff like that, right? You're really gonna have to transition to that, because it's not gonna be acceptable anymore in 2019 and going forward in 2020 to be having 10+ day shipping times. That's just not acceptable. No one's gonna wanna wait 10+ days for a product, and if they are gonna wait 10+ days for a product, most often than not, they're going to be very dissatisfied with your level of service. You're not going to be able to get any returning customers because they just don't respect your brand. They don't respect what you're selling. It's just not a good service, right? You know, the delivery time, and oftentimes some of the dropshipping products are low quality. So that's another problem, is low quality products and the long shipping times. It's just detrimental to a business, and that's what I learned long term. The next worst thing about dropshipping is longevity of your store or of your company, right? If you're running a dropshipping store, purely dropshipping store, and you're not bringing stock in the US, you're not improving your customer experience, you're not improving shipping times, the longevity of your store is going to be very short, right? You need to be able to establish a store and a brand long term that's going to allow you to maintain consistent profit rather than just have one big spike, right? So that's what I've learned. Obviously I had 1-2 big months, and then since then I've been focusing on building out my other stores and trying to get this store back up to where it was before, which I think is entirely possible. For longevity of Shopify store, of dropshipping stores, I really haven't seen I really don't think, dropshipping stores, longevity wise, you can keep those running for, over, I'd say, like 2 years. I think after 2 years, you're really gonna have to either revamp, number one, your store, or revamp what kind of products you're testing. And usually what'll happen, right, is if you run a dropshipping store for a long period of time, you're gonna be dealing with a lot more customers. So you're gonna be dealing with, hundreds, thousands, more like thousands, tens of thousands of customers. And in those tens of thousands of customers, you're gonna have some good reviews, you're gonna have some bad reviews, because you are dropshipping, right? More often than not, I could say this, 90% of the time, you're probably gonna get negative reviews on Facebook about your ads if you're testing multiple products and you're still dropshipping with long shipping times. People in 2019 are gonna tell Facebook when they get the survey to say, hey, how was your experience buying from this store, using our platform? They're gonna give you a negative experience. And guess what happens if you have too many negative reviews on your store? Your Facebook business manager is going to be banned from advertising on Facebook. Your ad accounts are going to get disabled, right? And you'll have to basically start a new store. So you definitely do not want to do that. That's not something that you want to do at all. You want to avoid that, as much as possible. That's the goal. You never want to have a banned business manager, because that is going to be it's going to ruin your business. You're going to have to restart again. And then the worst thing about dropshipping is how it can affect your overall mood. So I've experienced this when I have my big days, like my $2,000, my $3,000 days in profit, when I'm doing over $15,000 in revenue per day, man, I feel like I'm at the top of the world, right? And then when I, fast forward, a couple months, and boom, my profit's at now maybe only $100 or $200, right? That affects you, right? Because that's how much money you're making. Think about someone hands you $100 every day, and then they start handing you $2,000 every day, and then they're like, one day they go, I'm only gonna give you $50 today. Right, you're gonna be like, whoa, what the heck's going on, right? It's gonna change your mood. It's gonna change the way that you think about life, the way that you think about the business. It's gonna affect your motivation too. Like, your motivation is definitely gonna go up and down with that. It's not always gonna be at a high when you're making as much profit as you possibly can in your store. So with Facebook ads, you're gonna have very fluctuations and going up and down with your profits. The key is to maintain a level attitude, and the best way to avoid some of those worst things, in my opinion, would be to, number one, bring your product into the US and get a fulfillment center. Number two, try and build a brand so you can actually have that longevity. And then number three is your mood is gonna change regardless of your profits. That's normal. That's part of being a human being. But one thing you can do to alleviate that would be to basically try and have multiple streams of income, so you don't just rely on your dropshipping store, right? If you have a job, that's awesome, and you do dropshipping on the side. Maybe you do side projects. Maybe you're, selling some sort of digital good. That's another way to do it. You could be selling, buying and selling stuff on eBay or Craigslist, right, to get a little extra couple $100. And having those different revenue streams and those different income sources is what's going to allow you to maintain a consistent mood, because you have consistent income, right? Money can definitely drive your attitude, right? If you don't have as much money, you're always worried about, you're stressed out, you're worried about how I can pay this next bill, how I can pay my rent, But if you have money, you don't necessarily have to worry about those things. You just have different problems essentially when you make more money, right, in terms of taxes and all that sort of stuff. So, in this video, obviously it's not necessarily a crazy uplifting video, and I'm not necessarily showing you guys stuff in Facebook, but this is a video that I've really wanted to make because it's just my honest opinion to you guys about dropshipping in the current state that it's in, as of July 25th, 2019. I could definitely see it changing in 2022. Customers are going to be very, very skeptical of some of the types of Facebook ads, so that's why you're going to have to start standing out and not just go think outside the box, right? If a customer sees the same type of Facebook ad and they've had an experience in the past that's a dropshipping site, and you're still trying to run those same ads to those group of customers, they're gonna identify it, right? Their mind's gonna go, oh, I've already seen this ad. I know that's a dropshipping site. Most likely, it's gonna have bad shipping times, and they're not gonna buy from you. Even if you are doing, U.S. fulfillment, but if your ad and your store looks the same as, those dropshipping stores, then you're not gonna have as much success, going forward in 2020 and at the end of 2019. So that's what I'd say, is really get your store to a level and your ads to a level where it stands out from the competition. Do stuff that people aren't doing. Don't always just listen to the general advice. Try and think outside the box, and I think when you guys start doing that, it's going to allow your businesses to grow like crazy. And that's what I was able to do with my store. Once I thought outside the box and I was starting to do stuff that people weren't doing, it allowed me to grow way, way more than just if I were to listen to all the standard advice on YouTube or Google or Facebook groups, whatever it may be. I think that's obviously a great place to learn foundational knowledge, but once you have your foundation built, that's when you really need to go out and test new things and really get creative with it. So those are my points, in terms of the 3 best things about dropshipping would be you can learn about marketing the business, you can make, number 2 is make a lot of money, and number 3, it's a very low barrier to entry, so it's low risk for you guys. The 3 worst things, obviously shipping time, longevity, and your overall mood can definitely fluctuate up and down, good and bad. Thank you guys so much for the support. I will be ending this video right now, and stay tuned for my next videos as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed, comment what you guys think about this, let me know, and as always, keep your mind right. Peace.